Super Y and the Nutcracker. I didn't watch Super Y as a kid, as it came a little bit after my time, and actually I'm really surprised that this thing got dubbed at all. To be completely honest, I know Super Y more because of the lost media search for the original stop-motion pilot, but here we're dealing with the official CG animated tune from 2007. Our story begins not with the Nutcracker, but instead with Princess P, who is throwing a party. But Sleeping Beauty didn't get any sleep the previous night and she's super grumpy, so she's not letting anyone have any fun. Wyatt, our super leader, says this is a super problem, so we gotta call the Super Readers, a gang of super children who are super able to help. The pig has letter powers, Little Red Riding Hood has word power, the princess has spelling power, and Super Y has the power to read, and oh, looks like I'm in this too. Apparently, I have the power to help. Ah, great, now I have all this responsibility in my hands. The gang has to find a book that will help them solve the problem of the grumpy princess, so they magically select the story of the Nutcracker. In this version, we have a girl named Clara, who has a Nutcracker doll who can turn into a real prince. The Nutcracker Prince wants to take her to the land of sweets, but the Mouse King won't let them get there, because he's feeling super grumpy and doesn't want anyone to have any fun. Sound familiar? With the power of letters, they fly over the Mouse Army and get to the land of snow. The Mouse King thaws the land because he doesn't want any fun to happen, but with the power of spelling, they get the snow back. The Nutcracker then takes Clara to enjoy some music, but oh no! The Mouse King's at it again, and he stops the music. Looks like we need some reading power to change the story and get the music to play again. Now, what word could we use to get the music to play again? Oh, I know. How about starts?
Let's try eat.
Hey man, if you're just gonna ignore me, then why did you bring me along? Whatever, the Mouse King eats the music. Never mind the original story. I want to see where this one's going. They get the music to play again and discover that the reason why the Mouse King is so grumpy is that he ran out of cheese. A problem that I find incredibly relatable. So the kid suggests he start dancing to distract himself from his sorrows and be happy again. It works, he dances with everyone, and the story ends well. Thanks to this Nutcracker story, we learned a lesson. If you're grumpy, try dancing. The kids go back to their original dimension and try this trick on Sleeping Beauty, who shakes her grumps away and joins the party with everyone else. This version of the Nutcracker story tells you very little of the original tale. And it's also made for 5-year-olds. You get the very basic concepts, like Clara having a Nutcracker doll and the Mouse King being a villain. Throughout the episode, they also play bits and pieces of the ballet music tracks, so it makes sense that the lesson would be to dance your troubles away. That way, they have an excuse to play music, which works out nicely. The show itself reminded me a lot of playing edutainment CD-ROMs as a kid. My favorite aspect of the specific approach of this show is teaching text interpretation, and how to apply the things you learn by reading. Solving the problem within the story is one thing, but the real magic happens when you use that solution to fix the situation that brought you to the book in the first place. I mean, the real magic is also just kinda having magic. The princess has magical powers. And I'm stuck here with the power to help? How's that fair? In terms of this being a Nutcracker adaptation, I do wish they had dealt with more details of the Nutcracker story. What they had was a version of the Nutcracker edited to suit their specific situation, instead of the writers crafting a situation specifically so that it would fit better with the original Nutcracker tale. I understand why they made those creative choices, but I'm here for the Nutcracker part, not for the Super Y part. Sorry, Wyatt. If you or someone you know want to learn how to spell, this might help you out. As for me, I just wish they had finished writing the version where the Mouse King eats the music.